on, guys? Good morning. Welcome to Everyday Struggle. I'm Nadeska here with Wayno and DJ Akademiks.
What's good?
Look, I'm apologizing in advance for being late. Akademiks took about 2 hours this morning to decide on this fit. I hope it was worth it.
The fit game is on fleek today.
He bought that shit off a mannequin.
Man.
The whole entire fit, top to bottom.
I'll let you get your jokes out because I have nothing to say in a minute. But
all right, go ahead.
I didn't say it's going to be an important show. Wayne, I've been talking that bullshit for a long time, and I got a lot of questions for him today.
All right, let's get to them shits. Let's get them answered.
Yo, let's get to it. All right, look, so man, it was a crazy week, and of course, Drake responded to Pusha T's infrared disc on his Duppy Freestyle, where he took aim at Pusha, but really, he wrote this song for Kanye. Let's listen.
Must have had your infrared wrong, now your head in a beam. Y'all are the spitting image of whatever jealousy breeds. Don't push me when I'm in album mode. You're not even top 5 as far as your label talent goes. You send shots, well, I gotta challenge those. But I bring calicos to the Alamo. I could never have a Virgil in my circle and hold him back cause he makes me nervous. I wanna see my brothers flourish to their higher purpose. You niggas leeches and serpents, I think it's good and all the teachers will learn.
OVO Chops. All right, so
Chops put the whole snippet on there. We don't even run snippets that long.
we know that Drake was also so savage
Chops.
that he sent out the invoice, right, for promotional assistance and career revival. But look, the Everyday Struggle group chat was lit this weekend. I'm gonna just start with my guy Wayno, who said, quote, "It's good, but it ain't a body."
It's not a body. It's not a body. I think that this shit was a good. First of all, I think that he was ready for this shit. Somebody told him that this shit was coming. He had bars ready. Now, the Kanye shit is more detrimental when he's getting personal with him. As far as Push, he took a lot of great shots at Push. Overall, it's a good diss record, but it's not a body.
Yo, if Kanye didn't produce this track or the Pusha album, would Drake have even responded? It feels like he wrote this for Ye.
A couple steps back.
What?
I don't know. I ain't gonna let them gloss it.
Go ahead.
Listen, this is how I looked at it. It came out of the blue, but
Out of the blue?
Drake's response being
Response time.
that
Response time.
forward, that direct, that he countered everything he said. And you introed, I don't know if you made a mistake when you introed it, or maybe that's how really it is, but the whole track is for Pusha. You know what I mean? Like, he's just addressing Kanye because he's saying, what you're accusing me of, the guy who signs your check does too. So let's talk about him. Why won't we talk about him? Which I've always said that Drake could have said to Pusha way back. Now, Drake seemingly was ready for this years ago.
Absolutely, bro.
So this coming now, there's no way for me to score this other than saying it's a knock. It's either a knockdown or a knockout. Okay?
A knockdown.
A knockdown or a knockout, man.
You out of your fucking mind.
No.
A knockout? Are you kidding me? I want to. All right, wait.
It's a knockout if Pusha don't respond in a timely fashion. You on the clock, my
What's
brother.
timely,
Not on
though?
the time.
It's
You
been a
on
minute.
you on the
So
clock.
what's the clock?
The clock for me is we about like 5 hours left on my clock.
End of business day today?
Yes.
That's fair enough.
You might have to have a
Wayno?
funeral for Pusha T this week.
A funeral? Like you?
No,
see, that's
hold
what
on.
I'm saying. You
No,
going fucking crazy.
No, wait. Let me tell you why.
What?
Okay,
Hey.
you might think I'm saying something wrong, but I can tell you why.
Tell me why.
Pusha T been on a press run where obviously he dropped an album with 7 songs, and people were talking about, yo, you diss Drake.
Right.
And he talked about his issues with Drake, and what he kept saying, he said he's ready for smoke. This is smoke.
Right.
Okay, you got the smoke, and the ashes got put out on Kanye.
Okay.
You got to respond. I don't care if you just got out of album mode, you're on promotion mode, whatever. You got to respond. You got to get in the studio, my
Yeah, he's
brother,
gonna
and-
respond. He's gonna respond. But
Okay,
a
so
body.
there's no time limit on that?
A body. No, listen. Fuck the time and all of that. You said it's a body. Now, my thing on calling something a body is, what's the classifications of a body? How is this a body? What makes this a body? Because he poked a lot of good lines at him, that makes it a body?
He literally clapped up man's whole career on the whole
He
song.
clapped up his whole career. Well, first off, Pusha T's in a place where you can't end his career.
No, it's not end his career, but
Not
he pushed
end
it in
his career.
perspective. Okay,
He put a lot of shit in perspective because everybody wanted to hit. People been wanting to hear this shit since Exodus. That's where Pusha T first went at Drake.
Right.
Was on Exodus. That's in 2012.
That's the thing. It's been so long.
Yeah.
But like this is so emotional and so personal. I feel like it's mostly Kanye. I don't know that he would have
Yeah.
responded if this wasn't a Kanye production. Or do you think he would have anyway?
Man, listen.
Just for album
I can
promo?
still disagree. Clapped up Pusha.
So it's a
First
body.
48 time. No, and again.
First 48.
No, listen. For me,
Hey, come
I'm,
on,
no,
yo.
no.
Like, you see, you be
I'm saying that,
over-exaggerating,
I'm saying
dude.
that because I am really waiting. It is lit if Pusha responds.
We
And
all
Pusha-
waiting.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. But if Pusha doesn't respond, and let's be clear of how Drake has gotten at Pusha, he dissed Pusha on Two Birds, One Stone. And of course, people want it because these days after the Drake and Meek shit, like one of the biggest rappers disses you, we want a response like that.
Yeah.
But of course, Push moves on his own time. Not gonna knock him for that, okay? Even though we wanted a response to that very quickly, he waited till his album came out. Whatever. He got, and to me, the line to Drake was kind of light. It was written like Nas, but it came from Quentin.
All right.
That was a light jab.
Right.
Okay? That was like
and you're telling me
Drake
that this
came
shit,
through with a whole like kamikaze type
all
of...
right, so Duppy is a Jamaican word for ghost.
Yeah.
Right? Duppy is a Jamaican word for ghost. This doesn't ghost Pusha. It's a good, like, this can't be Drake's best. Like, this can't be his best. On top of that, he dropped that fucking song. What's the name of that song?
Right.
I'm upset.
I'm upset.
All right, now you're trying to jump
All right,
ahead.
wait a minute.
Right.
So, you're right. First of all, Pusha isn't a huge commercial artist for us to see.
We know he not.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. So, like with Meek was hugely successful commercially. So we saw the dip. So a lot of people say, oh, we saw the effect of Drake beefing with him.
Right.
Shit, this might help Pusha. A lot of people are now saying, who's this guy that Drake is dissing? We're going to go listen to his shit to see if we could be into him, right? So he's not going to, so the term ghost isn't doing that to him, right? He's not killing his career. He's a legend. But you know what it did? It changed the whole perspective of this Drake and Pusha beef. There was a whole thing. Remember when even Joe went at him, he said, listen, you'll push a button, but you won't push a T. I used to even say that. I said Pusha T is a kryptonite for Drake. Drake is ready to respond to all type of niggas that Pusha been sending these little slick shots.
Yeah, he been sending slick shots.
But now it's one thing responding with another slick shot, and it's a whole different story when I give you a whole freestyle saying, what up, nigga?
Now look, what I like about it is the timing. Timing was perfect. Boom. Drake didn't wait any time to get at him, right? Now, what I like is also he was aggressive, but this is just the start. This is the shit that's kicking off the summer. What I think is Pusha's gonna respond, and I think Drake is gonna wait to respond not to like Nicki's album though.
What?
I think that
August?
I think he's gonna wait.
She pushed the album.
She pushed that album, but I think he's gonna wait because now we got shit. We might get a response on Kanye's album if the shit actually comes out this Friday.
Yo, 100%.
From Push.
Okay, 100%. If Pusha responds this week, Drake is responding on his next single.
On his next single?
He won't give him a whole song. You're not giving this nigga like 2 whole songs, but
He's not gonna give him a whole
he'll
song.
give him like, you're getting some lines in his next hit single.
My whole point
100%.
is that this shit is cute. It's cute as far as the Duppy Freestyle. It's good, but it's not a
Did
body.
it not change the perception though?
The perception of what?
There's a perception that,
The perception of Drake that he's kind of lackadaisical, that he feels better than responding and all of that shit.
No, let's get it clear, right?
What?
Even before Drake got into his little thing with Meek, there was always a thought that says, yeah, he could rap, but he not one of them dudes that you should be scared of, like in terms of a battle.
Right.
When the Meek thing started, you know, everybody said, man, Meek about to body this dude. Meek a battle rapper. Didn't go down like that, right? Also, there's 2 people, those names have been lingering to say,
What?
Drake may have the rest of y'all shook because Drake been rapping about it. Y'all got these, like, I could load a bullet with load all guns with bullets and y'all won't fire shots, whatever.
All right, but look,
But hold on,
right,
but 2 names, Pusha T, Kendrick.
right,
People always say, yo, he know he don't want to smoke with both.
right.
Shit, I thought he ain't want to smoke with both until he brought the smoke. He brought the whole chimney.
Yeah, same.
He brought this is what I'm saying. He brought the smoke, but in terms of how people are viewing it, I think that they're very, very, very getting caught up in the moment of what it is because it came so quickly.
Yeah.
I didn't expect to hear that shit.
Yo,
that
honestly
fast.
though, the Kanye shit to me, I think hit a little bit harder, right? So
Yeah.
he's like, father had to stretch his hands. Basically, he's like, I'm writing for Kanye, and then you're trying to shit on me. That was more impactful to me than any of the Pusha shit. Do you think Drake should stop explaining himself? Like he tried to explain the Quinta Miller situation again. I was trying to help him out. Should he even be doing that at this point?
I don't know. I don't know. But another line that Pusha had for him prior was that had probably hit Drake was, you signed to one nigga that signed to another nigga that signed to 3 niggas. So that's another thing that he's gonna come out with a different angle with Drake. Because the thing with Drake is this. Okay, it's like fucking 8 Mile. What can you say about Drake that we don't know? You just gotta outbar him. And I think that's what's gonna happen. He's gonna have to outbar him. Because he's not gonna say nothing about, all right, Degrassi, we know that. You know, he's never presented himself. Drake has never presented himself as a street nigga or a thug. We know that.
I don't know, this joint on this last joint, I'm upset. The nigga say he might have to go cop some text. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on.
He puts words together. But ultimately, you don't think that Drake is gonna do something to nobody, right? Now, I think this is the thing that happened with Meek. When Meek was just really upset, ironically, right? He was upset at the time about the whole situation. From the verse he didn't get to he finally getting the shit. Then he goes to clear it and finds out that Quentin Miller penned a lot of this shit. Now, everybody just wanted Meek to outbar him because you can't really poke shit at him that we don't know. But now it's like, okay, just Push has to outbar him. And I think if it doesn't come today, it's probably gonna come on Kanye's album.
Wait.
I think one thing Pusha T is doing, which I agree with, I think that's good. Stay silent. And niggas like me are gonna talk. Yeah, you're gonna get it. That nigga dropped a whole freestyle clapping you up. You could drop. Yeah, bro, come on, we gotta give credit where it's due.
It's dope. I didn't say
when Pusha drops his shit and he's clapping Drake up, we riding on Drake like, Drake, what's up? What's up? We gotta play it fair, right? But what Pusha is doing now, like, we ain't hear a word or peep, nothing other than that one tweet. And I think he stopped at the right time too. But you know why he stopped at I think he stopped at the right time? You can't play that meme Instagram Twitter game with Drake. That's the way how he beat me.
That's facts.
That nigga will turn you into a meme. You get me? Because he knows how to do, like, the nigga drafted up an invoice in 20 minutes. All right, here's the invoice, nigga.
Yeah, and
I revived your career, got little notes on it, you know what I mean? So that's a good thing that I think Pusha isn't doing, right? And he shouldn't do that unless he's going to just...
So my question for you is this. Do you think that knowing Pusha and knowing who he is, I mean, this is the first time we see him Pusha in a full-on beef. Like, we never really got that from Pusha. But do you think that he's going to bring some smoke?
You should tell us.
When he does.
No. I believe he will. I just don't know if it'll be effective.
Effective in what capacity? Listen,
my nigga,
effectiveness is going to be all...
A lot of people say Wanna Know by Meek is trash, which is the first diss song to Drake. That nigga put the entire reference track in there. Yo, I'm exposing this guy for ghostwriting.
Right.
Y'all don't believe me? Fine, I'll go find a ghostwriter.
Yeah, but the song wasn't good. The track wasn't good.
Here's the actual...
Okay, but listen, but the bars wasn't as good as that moment. People, the bars, you don't even remember no quotables from that shit.
Bro,
tell me you don't know no quotables. You know that he put the diss track in.
Wait. Not because it doesn't have a quotables doesn't mean that the bars aren't good.
Yes, it does.
There's better bars on Wanna Know. There's better bars on Wanna Know than Back to Back.
Not than War. What was the other shit? War Cry?
No, hold on. I'm talking about Wanna Know and Back to Back. Back to Back was just a hit song. That's just a hot song. You get me?
All right. Now eliminate all of that shit. Now effectiveness when it comes to this whole shit is this. Pusha's not gonna not sell. Like he's doing what he's doing. Pusha's never been an artist to sell millions of crazy records. And when he did sell millions, it was with the clips. Now, when it comes to how this is gonna go, it's gonna be my opinion versus yours versus bars. That's all it's gonna be. Push not gonna lose no money. Drake is not gonna lose no money. Drake is not gonna gain more money from this. It's just gonna be about bars. Yeah, it's gonna be about bars.
And that's why it's good. It's about perception of how this will be seen legacy-wise, right? No matter what Drake says, and I do think mentally he's in a different space, because when Meek exposed him, quote unquote, you know what I mean? He was really trying to go around and be like, no, it's not what y'all think. And then he realized, no, the perception is that you don't right now. Till I think at this point, if I'm listening to him on the Duppy Freestyle, he's on some shit like, man, whatever y'all think it is, but I'm standing on it and I'm still getting at you niggas regardless.
And that's cool, but guess what?
So he's owning it. It's like he's owning it that, yo, he's not saying, oh, I didn't write, period, but he's like, whatever y'all thought about that, you could think. But nigga, I'm still here with the bars.
And that's cool, but there's gonna be people that say, did he even write that shit? You gotta remember that it's gonna be a whole group of people that say, Preem, are the OVO camp helping him out with these bars, with these punchlines and all of that shit? That's always gonna linger. Since we found out that there was reference tracks and he took the lines and made them into songs or whatever the case may be, it's always gonna be that.
But that's why he went so hard on this, right? So is he saying that, remember he was rumored to be in Wyoming a couple months back? That one line, isn't he basically saying I was just out there writing for you again?
That's why I feel like he feels away. Like
he is feeling away.
And that's why, hold on, man. I don't know no inside information, but when I'm listening to this shit, at first I was saying, man, this nigga Drake woke up on some light-skinned shit. What? I can't even say that. You know why I can't say that?
Why?
Because when he says the line, Like, I'm tired of helping my enemies eat. Yeah, I'm tired of helping good music leader get their shit popping because everything does run through Kanye when their president is over here just dissing me left, right, and center. Yeah, fuck you niggas.
But we never not knew that about Kanye. We always knew that Kanye had reference tracks of people was helping him with bars, from Consequence to Rhymefest to everybody was always saying that they helped him with
That's a
bars.
fact, but if he is referencing being in Wyoming, helping the team recently, I would certainly feel away if I was Drake.
Oh, yeah, he
if I was
definitely-
2 months
he
ago helping you
definitely-
out
I
and
did my homework before
Yeah.
class and we in class and you dissing me in front of the
He
teacher.
definitely feels away. All I'm saying is when it comes to Duppy Freestyle, good effort.
it ain't a body.
It ain't nobody. It's not no knockdown. It's not a knockout.
It's-
It's a good lead. It's a good lead.
Wayno.
What?
Again, I'm telling
What?
you, the way how Drake is playing this, I believe he is just trying to change the perception. And honestly, if you really want to have an honest conversation,
What?
you know, like shit, we all hail and herald like Kendrick being like that guy, like nobody should ever fuck with him, but like, yo, Drake is showing he's battle tested and he's war ready.
He don't want that though.
No, but
don't want that one.
he's engaging. He's engaging.
It's
and
good
nigga
that he's
says something.
engaging.
By the way, everybody, including him, Kendrick, remember when Kendrick dropped his name on Control? He did say, which he said about Pusha, when Pusha dropped his name 7 years ago, he said, well, if he's talking about me, just be a little bit more direct and we can see what's up.
Yeah,
Pusha was a little bit more direct this time.
He was direct. We
and
gonna see how this shit
we
plays
saw what
out.
happened. But it made me think differently about Drake and just MCing. Like, you know what I mean? Because I didn't think that Drake would ever go at Pusha. Given the dirt that was on him. Nigga, you have a microphone that his name was signed on, right? And you were like idolizing it. And the way he flipped it changed the perception, right? Because everybody's like, yo, you can't ever talk about Pusha, you a stan, blah, blah, blah. He flipped it. He said, okay. He said, I had a microphone with your name, with your signature on it, but like it's faded. And that's how shit's been going lately.
Now look at this, right? Imagine we get, because everybody's good, it's always going to be this versus that right now. Imagine we get a Kanye rant, like just a whole Kanye rant.
Yeah, that's the thing. Where has he been?
He's in
All
Wyoming.
this talking
man.
he's been doing for the past few weeks, now he's silent. He has
hold on.
Kim tweeting on his behalf. We'll get to that.
We'll
We'll get to
in 1
that.
second, but I want to hold Wayno on this. Wayno,
What?
you're right. This is the internet. This is the social media era. We like shit now.
Yeah.
And we react to shit instantly. Album comes out last night. We're going to react to it today. What are you scoring this battle at?
Well, I'm scoring the battle at?
Yeah. Where you scoring this? Because you know it's been tit for tat.
I scored honestly, I would say honestly, 1-1. I'll say 1-1. And what I mean
When
by
did Pusha get the lead?
Wait.
what I'm gonna say about 1-1 is Pusha started it. He led the energy, right? He led the energy. That gave him the upper hand immediately because we didn't see that Drake was gonna respond right as subtle as, not subtle, as quick as he did. Now Drake responded. To me, it's not the best shit I've ever heard. It's not the most disrespectful shit I've ever heard, but it's good. So they're right here. I don't think that Drake is all the way over here. He's looking at Pusha like, yeah, what the fuck are you gonna do? Your shit is dead. No, I think that even with Pusha, give him some credit for being strategic too, for being quiet. Because he's not being quiet for absolutely no reason. Something's gonna come. And when it comes, it's gonna come in the right way. The same way Drake had his shit hit. Boom.
Hey, the gift of being the first to attack. We saw Remy do it to Nicki. It gets the other person frazzled.
Right.
Oh, shit. Damn, I want to attack. And it's heightened when the whole internet's on it. Like, oh, shit,
yeah.
you got body.
Should
So
Pusha
you know
have
what it
not
makes?
been expecting this though?
He's
Poking
expecting
at
this. Of
Drake
course he's
in
expecting
album
this.
mode, right?
Yo,
He shouldn't have been
Dope.
unprepared.
Come on.
You didn't expect, well, listen, I didn't expect.
It was too aimed.
I expected Drake to respond with like how he usually responds, like on some Hove shit. Drake is always
Subs.
responding on some Hove shit, on some subs,
Yeah.
throwing a little shot here and there that you got to take in and say, damn, to see if you're going to jump out the window. All right? He dedicated a whole joint to Push. Push did not jump out the window. Something's coming. Kanye album's supposed to come Friday, right?
Mm-hmm.
His album's supposed to come here Friday. It's either going to come before that or it's coming on the album.
Okay, and this is where I think the Kanye part jumps in because it's a lot about Kanye. I think the interesting thing is, and you know, we're hearing a lot from Drake. Honestly, this was my thought of everything, including when Drake got exposed for ghostwriting or whatever, right? I always thought that he went around Kanye. You know, Kanye's been very influential in his career. Shot his first video for Best I Ever Had, right? I thought him being around Kanye and seeing how Kanye works, and Kanye uses all the brilliant minds around him to create the best product, I think Drake kind of took that and brought a little of that to OVO.
Interesting.
Also, there's certain tracks of Drake that Kanye has helped out on. Drake once tweeted, yo, thank you, Kanye, for helping me write the last couple bars of whatever song to help wrap it up. I might be mistaken, but I think Fake Love, Kanye was very instrumental in helping create. So it was interesting, and that's why I think it's a little bit deeper with him and Kanye. Like,
they've had a crazy relationship.
It's more set. Now, of course, it's coming from Push, right? It's like that's the target. But he's definitely throwing a lot of shit and is going to continue to throw a lot of shit because they had their differences, then they mended their relationship. The whole shit with Jay and him saying, well, Jay ain't want me to clear this and that and the third. But if Kanye's allowing this to come out from his label, from his artist, from his president, that means you sharing some of the sentiment too. So I'm looking at more shit. That's why I said I looked at it more as geared. It was geared to Pusha as far as the energy, but a lot of the personal shit, because what personal issues do
the
they
Virgil,
have?
the Virgil line.
The Virgil's line, yeah.
they started beefing, well, there wasn't beef, but they started arguing over who had the bigger pool to now this. You know what I mean? Fuck you, nigga, you all right? I mean, yeah, you're right. And the Virgil shit, there was a couple below the belt shots. Honestly, I don't even see Kanye responding to this.
I don't see Kanye. Kanye is not gonna fucking respond to no rap, but I see Kanye.
He's about to
some
free
shit like,
think on
I
Twitter.
called you. You didn't answer the phone. Like,
Actually, even more than a Pusha T response, I would love a arrogant Kanye is the guy. The guy who says to Cuddy and all that, everybody who's ever had issues with at a moment in time, yo, I'm like your father. Like, I like when he talks to arrogant shit.
He's gonna talk
he
to
could talk that arrogant shit to Drake. Yeah, I helped create that sound that you lived on.
All right, I think that we just got to sit tight on it, right? But saying that this shit is a body, especially Chops, because he keep running with that shit. He's jumping out the window with no parachute.
All right. Can we plan the funeral in case he doesn't respond?
All right,
Funeral,
relax.
All right, yeah, come on.
I'm not-
the funeral for this beef, because
No
I'm here
level
after this.
of-
Funeral for the beef or
this
funeral
beef?
for, because funeral is a very strong word.
If Pusha T responds to Drake a year from now, I don't want to hear it.
It's not happening a year from now. He got a new album. He's not waiting a year.
Wayno, end of the week, right? At least.
I believe by the end of the week.
So we do have to give some little time constraints. You probably want to be a little bit more liberal. Gotta get it this month, man. Let's
I think we're going to get it this week. I believe we're going to get it this week. I believe we're
What
going to
Pusha
get it
T
this
tell you, man?
Huh?
What Pusha T tell
He
you?
ain't tell me nothing. Stop that. We're not going to do that. Compromise,
Yo, real
right?
quick, did you guys
No,
like...
That's inside information. I would love to
Yeah,
know.
that's my guy.
Ak loves to share inside information publicly. Wayno doesn't roll like that. Yo.
He's Chris Broussard.
I would have been
my sources.
blowing up Pusha T's line like, damn, dog, or hitting him with the Smokey. Damn, you got knocked up.
See, you.
Yo,
You always gotta take
this
it
is the only
somewhere.
thing I don't like about Wayne.
What?
We know Pusha's a guy, but we also do know, like, the way you view rap, or this is how I have you pegged.
Right.
The way you view rap, like Pusha's like a god. You feel me? And honestly, if someone had told me 3 years ago that Drake would have came with like a sneak hit like this and made you even say, whoa, okay, I don't think people would have thought he would have had the audacity.
Yeah, me either.
They don't- And we would even have thought
Me either.
he would have said certain stuff to kind of change perception. It's all about, as I said, this whole beef is changing perception.
It's changing perception, but look, to your point, yeah, Pusha's my guy, but I'm a fan of Drake. I'm not gonna sit here and say, what, I don't fuck with Drake. I got OVO Jordans, all types of shit. I'm not gonna sit here and say that I don't like Drake. All I'm saying is gauging it off the rules of engagement. One threw a shot, another threw a shot. Pusha shit was not no knockout. It was a good fishing for the bait.
I just don't know if
He
you could
caught
call
him.
them shots equally. One was a shot, the other was...
The most
you went-
meaningful,
Right.
well, both of them have taken many shots at each other.
Absolutely, over the years.
Through a lot of songs. Pusha's most meaningful shot was the whole like signing shit. Like, yeah, you signed one nigga, that signed another nigga, you signed three niggas, and all contracts are fucked up.
Right.
Obviously, he was predicting the future and all that type of stuff, but that is still meaningful, right?
Right.
Now, say he dropped something by the end of the week. What's he gonna tell us that we ain't heard? Drake got lipo. Drake did get lipo. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing from Joe's fucking diss track to him. Dr. Miami. What's wrong with y'all? Y'all listen. So,
But I just said that you gotta outbar him. You gotta just outbar him, like, but this is my whole point about it being a body or not. What did he say that's like, Oh my God, that is so disrespectful. Nothing.
Yeah.
When we talk about history of diss records, I mean,
Hold on.
you were very. Wait a second.
He mentioned that man's fiance.
He did mention his fiance.
Foul.
That was disrespectful. But if we talking in terms of diss records or beefs or whatever, do you remember the Beanie Siegel, Jada Kiss? I was very young for that, so I know you was very, very young for that.
Yeah.
Jada Kiss and Beanie Siegel, that was disrespectful. Styles P and Rockefeller and fucking Ether versus Takeover. None of that is that yet.
Yeah, but it doesn't need to be that. Drake has never been that artist. Drake,
He's never been the artist to make a Duppy freestyle either. No, he didn't. Other than back to back, people have been taking shots at this nigga since he stepped on the scene.
Right, he's been all subs.
Then I would challenge you, and maybe OVO Chops could tell you in your ear.
What?
Drake, there was some dude in Canada. Drake has done this a bunch of times before he got famous. Niggas who had problems with him, Drake dissed them just like this.
Yeah, but Moji, all right, but Moji was it. Moji was saying that this nigga stole his dance moves. Like, are we really, why are we even bringing this nigga up? I'm just talking about Chops.
Oh, no, it wasn't even Moji. There's another guy that this song's on YouTube. And this was pre-Drake being famous. And Drake seems kind of angry on it or something like that. But Drake has dropped these one-off, like, let me get at you type of shit. You know what I mean? If anything, back-to-back is out of the norm.
That's the biggest.
He turned a diss song into a hit song.
in terms of a diss song.
But Drake is, like, that's what I'm saying, we don't give him credit for. Because we usually look at him like, oh, he's the pop guy. But if we're talking about real hip-hop, who is the guy who's actually saying, okay, I'm still here with a pen. If you really want to go back at it and I respect you, I got the time, I'll end you. He ain't ducking no face.
He takes a lot out of Hov's book as far as how he responds because he's the guy of today. And I said this before about him being the Jay-Z of today. And what I meant by that is his influence. When at one point in time, 10 years ago, it was Wayne. Like, Wayne was the best. And what I mean when I say that is the bar. Like, people say the Michael Jordan of. Now, when it comes to rap terms, it's the Jay-Z of, because when you think of Jay-Z, you think of the best.
Right.
Now, when it comes to Drake, all he's doing, he always throwing subs at people. When he not throwing subs, he always throwing shit. All I'm saying is this, right? All I'm saying is this. This shit is good, but it's the start. Stop making this shit out to seem like it's the greatest fucking diss record ever.
No. Wait, you see, it's beyond the bars. You're a bar guy,
Yeah,
right?
I'm a bar guy.
So when Pusha drops his record, and I wouldn't be shocked if he outbars Drake, but you know it's more to a battle. And for me, when I look at like this Duppy Freestyle, I know how clever this guy is because he was clever with the Meek shit. He starts sowing seeds and I think we're gonna talk about it. He got Kim Kardashian beef with Ryan Fest. He got everybody in turmoil.
Yo, he's so strategic.
Everybody is now
he's very
beefing.
strategic.
So
Remember,
let's
he got AR beefing with Meek. He just chilling back like.
Right, exactly. Because everybody thought he was
chilling
gonna sign to OVO.
here.
But look, that's what I'm saying. That's why we got it. We can't jump out the window and just say that this shit.
I understand what you're saying, right?
Right.
I don't feel like he killed Pusha on this. I just think because him and Kanye have had such a crazy relationship for a decade,
Right.
I feel like how personal he got with Kanye on this is what surprised me. The
Right.
Pusha, the Pusha
And he's
shit
going
is
over
whatever.
to Adidas now too.
Yeah, bro. There's just like a lot there. You know what I mean?
Wait, do you think he went a little bit overboard on Kanye?
Nah.
No.
It was a lot.
Who can go overboard on Kanye
but-
right now?
exactly.
Everybody got something to say about Kanye.
Exactly.
You can't go overboard on him.
Yo, so real quick, and we'll move on. Drake, Ever the Strategist, of course, dropped a song the next day. What's it called? I'm Upset. Did you guys like this?
What are you even talking about? This one's garbage.
This is okay. That
Yeah, I ain't like that shit either.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. This is
garbage.
no, this it's trash, of course. But I knew Drake had this in the tuck. Probably one of them records you felt unsure about. But when you see the momentum and you see the energy of everybody, yo,
Like,
Drake
this is
can't
the
miss
time.
another one. Yo, he killed Pusha. After he started hearing that, he got like a little empowered. Yo, throw that shit out. You know what I mean?
When
And
I seen it,
it's
when
not
I seen
bad.
it come to my group chat, I was like, oh shit, he doubled back. I thought he was dissing him again. I was like, oh, he doubled back. And when I listened, that's why I felt like I put up a picture on my Instagram of Chris Webber calling a timeout in college when he had no more timeouts. And it was like one of the most controversial things because I was like, wow, did Drake just overshoot himself by putting this shit out? Because he really didn't have to. He didn't have to put out any song. So when it comes to public perception, for some people, and not all, because he's not I'm upset is not determining nothing about Drake, his sales, nothing. But I'm like, did he just jump out the window to do something he just didn't have to do? I think he was caught up too much in the moment as well by releasing that song. If he didn't release that song, we would have still had the same exact conversation we just had without talking about this song.
Yeah, but I don't think that song being released was because of Pusha though, or his beef with Pusha. I think it was because of the energy from that.
Just
Just
but it was a mediocre song. It's a mediocre song from Drake.
That's what I'm saying.
After being on a great run.
Yo, he's like, yo, damn. Oh, they rocking with everything I'm doing?
Let's
This
go.
song that I might be, I don't know, I'm going to throw it out. They might just rock with it just off the fact that they just thought my last offering was really good. When God's Plan came
Is that the
out.
street single? Like, is that?
Yeah, when God's Plan came out, I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, God's Plan is dope. And so it's nice for what? Dope. And then I'm upset. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's like, we didn't need that one. And I'm speaking from a fan. I'm speaking from a fan's perspective.
Yeah, that was garbage. But I don't know why you put that out, man.
Yeah,
All right. We also got to talk more about the Daytona album, but let's wait and see if Pusha drops another song.
Let's see.
So, of course, shortly after we got the Duppy Freestyle, Rhymefest reached out to Drake on Twitter asking for his help with Kanye's Donda House charity. He said, Drake, when Good Music sends the money they owe you, will you please help us rebuild Kanye's mother's house for the youth of Chicago? I spoke to Kanye about it. His response was, quote, fuck the youth of Chicago. Can't verify if that's real or not. Of course, Kim Kardashian or Kanye tweeting from Kim's phone got on Twitter, accused Rhymefest of lying, of wearing fake Yeezys, of having subpar beats, just so disrespectful, and even threatened to take the organization away from him. Rhymefest, of course, responded, did you guys think this song can make shit spiral this far out of control?
Hey, the manner how Rhymefest approached this, and by the way, I believe a lot that he's saying, but the manner he approached it, my man came off like a goddamn Nigerian scammer, man. I kid you not. He felt like, oh, there's money in here? Like, he felt like he comes off like a scammer and an opportunist and a very fake friend. To come out now, and maybe he's tried to like deal with these issues, or
He said allegedly, right? There were emails, conversations had previously.
But to come out, and especially you've gotten money with this man, despite where y'all at right now, but to come out and you know he's being attacked by somebody else, we won't call that person an enemy of Kanye, but he's being attacked. And for you to almost add fuel to the fire and throw some more, come on, that was distasteful for me. But it felt like this was all about money. He was saying, all right, Kanye ain't paying no more, so fuck that nigga. And then he started saying some quotes, Kanye say, fuck the youth of Chicago. And of course that plays into what we were hearing with all the Make America Great stuff, love Trump. So like it kind of further says or further pushes the narrative that Kanye is just not for the people. I thought it was just distasteful. I usually never rock with nothing Kim Kardashian do, unless it's a booty pic. Nothing. But I was left to say, yo, number one, I appreciate how she rides for her husband. Number two, I think there's probably a middle ground between what both arguments are.
Right.
Yeah, Kanye got in debt. He can't pay for every organization, even though it's for a really good cause. And shit, might have been in the studio with fake Yeezys. You feel me?
Wait.
Is that a crime?
Listen, if your man got on, if that's your man and he got on a pair of fake Yeezys, that's your fault.
That's what I'm saying. Is that a bad look on you or him?
That's Kanye's fault if his man got a pair of fake Yeezys on, right? Now, besides that, I get what you're saying with the whole, you know, it was distasteful shit. Maybe that was the only silver lining of opportunity for him to have his voice heard in the midst of all of this shit because he knew people would pick it up. Now, yeah, maybe he shouldn't have took that route, but he took that route. Now, if the bigger plan is to help the youth of Chicago, and with all the crazy shit that Kanye has been out saying, I don't think that's far-fetched for him to say some shit about fuck the youth of Chicago. Now, Rhymefest is a guy that's still on the ground running. What it looks like when you look at Kanye's whole life right now, it looks like he don't have nobody around him from the start, or from when he was the Kanye that we revered and loved, or all that may be. Now, if it's about helping the youth, then it should just be about helping the youth. But Kim Kardashian, which I don't think she said that shit. I think it was Kanye really taking her phone and saying that shit.
And not being able to spell leveraging, right?
Or if he's not saying it, saying, yeah, that nigga said that. Say this.
Kanye's in the room shouting and she's typing. Kanye tweets it on.
But honestly, I'm going to keep it 100, yo. Regardless to any of that shit, I don't think he looks like a bad friend. I think ultimately...
You look like a bad friend when you're asking Drake for money.
Yeah, but
like put it out there then, right?
Put it out
a lot
there,
of Chicago artists.
But now, look, clout chasing, my nigga, if that's what it's going to take to get some eyes on it, and I don't agree with a lot of shit that people do in order to get recognition. But if that was his moment to take it, to bring some sort of awareness to the organization, then by all means, because all I'm saying is this. I come from the fucking hood. I know what it's like to be at-risk youth. I've spoken to at-risk youth myself, and we pretty much know you don't have to it don't take a rocket scientist to figure out that Kanye has not talked to no at-risk youth or to say some shit like, fuck the youth of Chicago. Now, I don't know if he said that, but with all the shit he's been saying, that's not far off. And if you're going to take any type of fucking opportunity to help the youth of your city.
Yeah, again, given that the organization is named because of Kanye's late mom, and it was renamed actually to that, for you in the midst of him possibly being a beef, to almost give a layup to the opposition, to embarrass him further, even if I get it, you are trying to further the cause of the organization to help at-risk teens and youth, I think it's low. You could have reached out to the entire hip-hop, and I'm pretty sure Chance, who's done so much, he's given $2 million to Chicago Public Schools, there will be people that would help out. But to say to the guy, don't pull up with my enemy. Don't pull up with my enemy. Because you know what happens? You know what happens?
The niggas is out here trying to get hot.
In terms of perception and all that, damn. Kanye couldn't do something for Chicago, but then Drake comes in and does it on some white night and shit. No.
Unless it was really that bad behind
Why would
the
you
scenes.
do it? Again,
But Chicago is fucked up, and whomever is gonna help needs to help. If I was in a position to help, I would. If I was in a position to help financially, I would help. That's how bad this shit is, because it's young black men and women that's losing their lives to fucking gang violence and all types of fuckery. But what I'm saying is I get what you're saying about the whole thing about don't give the opposition a look, but when your friend is no longer your friend, then he becomes a op. Right? In that sense, if we're talking about in terms of what he's trying to do on an overall scale, now he's probably looking at Kanye as a op. I'm pretty sure Kanye got a lot of shit he can say about Rhymefest, and I'm pretty sure Rhymefest got a lot of shit he can say about Kanye. It's fucked up the way he did it, but if something needs to be done, and he's sincere, and that's the only thing. If I'm just saying this hypothetically speaking on him being sincere in his approach about helping the youth. If that's what he's trying to do, then by all means necessary.
Right.
Yeah, and I end by saying it's hard to see his sincerity for me when it seems like there are some resentment that probably lays in there. Obviously, we've heard the story from both sides at this point. Rhymefest, of course, we all know used to work with Kanye, and at a certain point, didn't. Checks to stop it, okay? So if you get fired, and again, being fired is a harsh word, but you guys stop working together, right? All these other things play a part into maybe your friend, you're like, man, I don't fuck with this guy. Now you get an opportunity where you can kind of get him back. Looks a little way how you did it. So I love the fact that he's trying to get it funded. I just feel like the way he's doing it.
Yeah, he did admit that he didn't approach it in the best way.
Nigerian
you can't take that. You can't take it back now.
But you know, you're like, oh yeah.
Yeah, I heard about some dude that he scammed people into like $75 million to build the airport or some crazy shit.
Oh, that's
Man.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad. I used to get them emails and be like, if you send this amount over here, you will own part of Africa. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah.
Kind of emails you getting, brother.
Nigerian scammers, they lit.
All right, y'all. Let's hope they figure this out for the kids. They're the most important. On to some new music from YG, 2 Chainz, Big Sean, and Nicki Minaj called Big Bank. Let's listen to a snippet.
Big bank, take low bank, big bank, take low bank.
Back again, back to back, made back, stack the M's. Told him I miss Slim Shady, bag the M. Once he go black, he'll be back again. Tell him hoes that it's crunch time abdomen. Yes, I caught Mad Chanel and Mad Javin. She did it again, imagine that.
All right, hot or nah? And also this Nicki verse and Eminem and the trolling and them fake dating. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Me personally, I mean, I expect more from Mustard and YG. It's cool, but it's not what I'm looking for. They made my nigga together, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real, like, that's a classic. I don't think, I mean, it's cool. It's another record with a bunch of features. It's
okay.
Cool. It's gonna serve its purpose, but.
I think Nicki did her thing. Nicki been doing good on features, and anytime she's on a record, she does well. The record to me it's okay. You know what I mean? Maybe it's a grower. Maybe I gotta listen to it a little more.
Okay.
But it didn't jump out at me. But again, I look at this record for a particular reason, really because of Nicki. I've been really trying to analyze her careers and her moves, and every time she's on a record,
This guy.
I'm looking at it, I'm listening to it, I'm trying to see where is she going? And she's still keeping up that, yo, I'm always nice when it comes to me getting on the mic. That's not the problem.
Yeah.
Are you surprised she pushed the album back to August now?
No.
2-month delay.
No, and that's what I'm saying. She pushed the album back. And, by the way, the whole Nicki and Eminem thing, I was like, that's like a weird pairing. Listen, man, if I'm listening to Safari, well, I don't know, maybe it will work. If I'm listening to Safari where he said he was getting his ass whipped by Nicki and bossed around,
Where
I
you
don't know
going with this?
I don't think Eminem is down for that type of treatment.
Have you heard his early music? He'll be all right.
Yeah, he'll be all right, but
I don't think he getting one of
I mean, bigger than that, like I
he got
said,
some anger
yo,
problems.
I think the real shit Drake is gonna come with is gonna be on Nicki album in August, as far as like dissing.
Word, because she did, what did she tweeted, right?
Cause she
Defending
started
them
tweeting
too.
shit, yeah.
Nah.
It's gonna come
I think
then.
Drake gave her like 3 fucking hooks. And she out here defending Drake by any means. She acted like it's like she got stabbed with an MIB pen, like the Men in Black pen that you have amnesia now. Like she wasn't arm in arm with Meek.
They always fuck with each other.
She arm in arm with Meek when Meek was like, yeah, he got a writer, you know what I mean? Like, and she wasn't on stage, wasn't talking to Drake at that time. It was like maybe Iggy or something. She's talking about, yeah, I write my own shit, blah, blah, never no writer. Yeah, all right. Now she's like, stop talking about Drake and writers. Yeah, because you write hits now.
They always get together around album time, but that's another thing. What if Wayne comes with some bars finally for Pusha? What if, you know what I mean, or Kanye?
The Young Money reunion?
Yeah. Like,
all on one track.
What do you think? You don't think that's gonna happen, or can it happen?
I want Wayne to sit this out.
You want Wayne to sit this out?
Just because I don't want anybody to do a move that would be remember when Remy dropped the Another One, right? I think that's what it was called. That was a joint after sheet that we were like, yo, Shorty, you kind of won already, but this kind of brought you back. You scored your own basket with this one.
Okay.
I think Wayne, honestly, he just looks like a boss, just even by Drake saying, yo, I told Weezy and Baby I'm gonna done him for you. You get me?
Like a boss?
He looks like a boss. I didn't even have to.
All the shit he going through? Like,
no, he looks like a boss in terms of, yeah, there's some guy who's getting at me and my artist, which I get it, he's going through issues. But my artist, who's the hottest nigga in the game, just clapped you up with the bars. Yes, and he did it on my behalf. Yeah, you send out your soldiers. Because Wayne should never, of course, skill-wise, we see there could be a comparison. But Wayne and his career, he shouldn't be beef with old Pusha T. You gotta beef with
everybody and anybody who say some shit about you. Fuck that. Like, yo, listen, man. Beef does not discriminate. There is no fuck. Everybody could get it. Everybody.
Here go Harlem coming out.
Everybody
gets it.
You got
beef with Kanye, man. Yo, let the soldiers handle the other soldiers.
Oh,
man.
Kanye. No, listen. Everybody go at everybody. Fuck that.
All right. One more.
Who's the female or the first lady of good music? Because
Tiana.
Nicki might have to, all right. Well,
Tiana.
Whoever that was, if they jumped up, Nicki might have to get them the fuck out of here. Just off the fact.
Yo,
MCMB, that's the mob.
And Nicki might just have to throw some bars everybody's way. Fuck it. She has the ability. She feels like she has the ability. She says it in tweets. Why not?
And shit, if it get there, you never know. Baby might have to jump in and flex.
Remember
when Baby was like, yo, we got more money than Jay or whatever. Like he was. That's how their little tit for tat started a little while. Yeah. But I love it.
All right, Family Beef All Summer 18. All right, look, before we go, since Akademiks has this extra special fit on today, can you please take us through some numbers for Pusha's Daytona album and Rocky's Testing?
Got hating, man. You gotta step your fit game up.
On you, Ak? Never.
Stop it,
Not
man.
never.
You're wearing too much red. You got red right here on your pants. You got red in your jacket and a red hat and all red sneakers.
You don't got Yeezys on today, though.
Yes. It's
He said
matching colors, my nigga. Like,
The fuck out of
Guys,
here,
we
man.
are 2 hours late because of this guy.
I thought it was fly, like, you know what I mean?
Stop
Listen.
it.
Come on. Anyway,
Go ahead.
the numbers. Pusha T. Honestly, this is above initially what projections were saying he would do before the album came out. But he's now projected to do all the way probably 80,000. The range is right about 60 to 75,000 first week with his album Daytona, which is super impressive because people should know we're in the streaming world now. And if you drop a song with an album with 7 songs, those songs got to get streamed a lot of times for it to equal those sales.
Right.
So he's getting a lot of streams and a lot of attention. I've seen it on the iTunes charts and the Spotify charts. Like, it's doing well. A$AP Rocky, which this is probably the most, he probably will sell 100K with his album, Testing, and it's probably the quietest 100K I've ever seen.
Right.
I haven't heard too much noise, and you know sometimes noise is like media.
Right.
Shit
We haven't
just
really seen shit
much.
about it.
But it's expected to sell like up to 100,000.
Yeah.
He does have some records on it that I really rock with.
Did you listen? So, I listened to the first half. I didn't get all the way through Rocky's album.
I got this one joint. I put it on my playlist. It's
I really like the song with Cudi on it, cause it was like a Cudi we haven't heard in a long time. And the joint with Juicy J, but it seemed like it was like kind of a sample of Juicy J. But did you like Daytona?
Yeah, no, that was dope.
Like
that was
Daytona?
dope. That was dope. Remember when I told you that 7 tracks? I don't know, but I'm not gonna lie. He was bringing on all the 7 tracks.
Yep.
He was bringing
As
on
Pusha
all 7
always
tracks.
does.
You know what I mean? I always thought that if you put out an album with, like when Kanye did Yeezus, and just the theory of Yeezus, 10 tracks. I'm like, okay, since I'm used to an album being like 15 tracks, or 15 to 17, that means you're cutting out the fillers. But 7, if you have an album with 7, that means these are the joints.
But got my fault, guy.
And honestly, I don't know if that's Kanye's ear, because we've been shitting on Kanye for a little while. So. If it's Kanye, who is the, I think he did EP this album.
Yeah.
If he's the one who's just picking the final 7, great ear, because all of these joints go, and solid body of work.
What was really dope about about Daytona is the way it was like kind of produced in between each track, so you didn't hear like a stop. It just kind of flowed all the way through, you know. But dope album overall. I love Daytona. I gotta finish Rocky shit. You know what I mean? I didn't really get a chance to
I'm all
dig in.
here for more concise albums.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Especially when people are dropping every week and you gotta listen to every album in 2 days.
Right.
I
7
just
is
can't
nice.
wait for the deluxe version where he's dropping with the same album with 8 songs.
Right.
The response to Drake. You gotta do it.
Before we go, I just wanted to say I actually lost a childhood friend of mine. His name was Woo. He's from Harlem. He passed away in his sleep. I just wanted to give my condolences to his family, you know, his son and his wife that he left behind. He was a very, very big supporter of everything I did, especially the Everyday Struggle show. Had a lot of jokes about you. But salute, you know, rest in peace to my man Woo.
Condolences to his family. Sorry about that, Wayno.
Thank you.
All right, y'all, that's our show today. Again, relate, blame this man. Hit him on Twitter.
We gotta talk.
Thank you for that outfit.
Well, we gotta talk a little bit more about it. Nicki's situation. There's a lot of going on, man.
Tomorrow.
I got some predictions for
All right,
what I think
show
is
up on
going
time tomorrow. Act, we got you.
And
What?
tomorrow, I do want to talk about, because we glossed over it today, the Nicki's songs that you said were doing great.
I didn't say we're doing great. I said I like them. Hold up, it's a difference. We'll talk about it tomorrow, but don't quote me on some bullshit that I did not say.
Outro the show, Wayno.
Yo, tomorrow,
Outro the show.
maybe 11 a.m. Complex News YouTube. Thank you for watching.